Hello, we are volunteer from European Soldier Corps working with AUM Association in Sikashuara. The AUM Association implements additional education for programs with non-formal methods.
And today we are recording this podcast about sleep hygiene as part of the health campaign that we are having during this month of Solidarity, which is focused on young people.
Hello, I'm Kseniia from Ukraine, and I'm very responsible for my health, and I'm sure that healthy and quality sleep is very important for our health in general.
Hello, I am Oihana and I'm from the Basque Country. I'm 22 and for me sleep is also a very important topic, so I hope this will be a really interesting chat with you girls.
I am Seadet, I am from Azerbaijan, I am 22 years old. I think that sleep is one of the important factors from human health life today, and I agree with you, and I believe it will be interesting conversation.
So, healthy sleep hygiene means having both a bedroom environment and daily routines that promote strong and quality sleep.
So it is about healthy sleeping habits, and good sleep hygiene is very important because of how crucial getting good sleep is for our mental and also our physical health, as well as for our overall quality of life.
And your behavior during the day, not just before you go to bed, can affect how you feel, how well you sleep, your food and drink choose, any routine and many other activities will play part in your ability to sleep.
So, difficulty falling asleep and daytime sleepiness are the most popular purpose of poor sleep hygiene. General instability in the amount of quality of sleep can also be a sign of poor sleep hygiene.
That's right. So girls, I want to start with some little facts about the sleep that you might find interesting. For example, did you know that people sleep 1/3 of their lives? Of course, it depends on the age, but yes. It's a lot if you think about it. 1/3, too much time.
Exactly, too much time, yeah.
And also, sleep deprivation kills faster than food deprivation.
It's true.
Yes.
Agree. And next fact that the average person fall asleep in 7 minutes.
7 minutes?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes,
really?
It's a very interesting fact because I think it's like a long time. No.
Long
It
time?
should be just 7 minutes. Yes, if you have a really good health in general, yes, it's just 7 minutes.
Oh my God.
Girls.
I think it's too little time for me. I wish it's 7 minutes. Wow. And you know that the most common sleep disorder is insomnia? That means like having many difficulties to fall asleep or wake up in the middle of the night. Yeah.
And the fact, women sleep more than men. But yes, for me it's changed from country another country. It's changed, but the fact women sleep more than men.
I didn't know it. Wow.
And one sleepless night affects your brain in the same way as being drunk. You know this one? Yeah, it's.
I think this is for sure true. I have friends that don't drink, and really, when it's very late at night, they look drunk, and even hangover. I think like they also feel it for not sleeping.
It's true.
And do you know that research shows that a lack of sleep can cause weight gain? This is because your body also regulates hormones during sleep. So if you are not having a good sleep, your hormones don't work properly and you might gain weight.
And also, did you know sleeping on your back the best position for your health, and it allows your back, neck, and spine to rest in natural position.
To be honest, I don't like to sleep on back. But okay, I will know it. And do you know, girls, that it's impossible to sneeze while sleeping?
Really?
Really? But do you remember, for example, do you have this experience? I think it's impossible.
Okay, I don't know, because I'm sleeping. So. But it's true, I never saw anyone sneezing while sleeping.
Exactly.
And finally, did you know that sleep problems worsen our emotional and mental health issues, and it's tied to many mental health problems?
Yeah.
And let's discuss. And I have asked for you. And what do you think good sleeping so important?
Well, as we said, sleep impacts in a big manner on our brain and how it functions. For example, when we lack sleep, our attention, our memory, and even the decision making, our capacity for those decreases. So I think we can all feel it when we go to work or to class after a bad night, that we really can't pay attention, we are tired, and we really don't make the best decisions. So yeah, that's why it's important. And also because of the functioning of the body, as I said before, the hormone regulations. So that's why some of the reasons why sleep is important.
Exactly, Oihana. Yes, I totally agree with you. And I think healthy sleep is very important because the body needs to rest after a long and hard day at work. And not only the body needs to rest, also our brain and eyes need it, yes.
And also I agree with you girls. And I also think that sleep is very important for human life. And good sleep plays big role in waking up well for the new day and making oneself energetic and happy, and this functioning of our brain.
Okay, yeah. And girls, and how many hours do we sleep? Do you know? And how many should we sleep?
For me, I don't usually sleep too much. I think that for me 7 or maximum 8 hours are okay. But also, of course, depends on how tired I am from the day, but it's usually 7 hours.
Okay. As for me, girls, of course, the number of hours of sleep differs from day to day, but I try to sleep around 8 hours because I remember this information that we should sleep 8 hours from school, from my parents, and I try to do this. Yes, so I sleep 8 hours. But to be honest, I feel better if I sleep less hours than 9, for example. Yes, if I sleep 10, 12 hours, I feel very, very bad.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
very interesting, yeah.
Yes.
Too much is also bad.
Not good,
Yeah,
yes. Exactly.
And for me it's different because I'm being hyperactive person and sometimes I don't have good relationship with sleep. Again, of course, I vary depending how the day goes, but I try to sleep for 5-6 hours. Of course, if my day has been very busy, 7 hours of sleeping enough for me to feel good.
Well, maybe that's too little because actually, according to the experts, the number of sleep hours we need, of course, it varies depending on the person, but also depending on the age. And for adults, we should have like at least 7 hours or more per night of sleep. But in the case of teens, from 13 to 18 years old, it's actually more. It's from 8 to 10 hours minimum. And I think teens are the ones that sleep the least, unfortunately. And also for school-age children from 6 to 12 years, it's even more. It's from 9 to 12 hours each day. I think we should take this into account because really school starts very early and the teens usually go to bed late. So it's normal that on Sundays they just want to sleep for 15 hours.
By the way, I know a lot of people who sleeps like an infant, girls. Really, it's 12, 16 hours. I told you, it's crazy, but yeah. Okay, let's go to the next question. Is good idea to not sleep for working or studying before a test? Have you ever done it?
Of course, like every student, I have done it before to an exam. I don't think it's a good idea for health. And for example, when I was working, I will just think about the topic all night. And of course, I will be stressed.
I agree. I think it's a terrible idea, really. We have all done it for sure when we are not prepared for an exam. But in my case, I remember that for my last big math exam I had in high school, I would just spend all night practicing and then I didn't sleep. So I went to the test, prepared because I knew the lesson, but I just couldn't think. Like I would copy all the numbers wrong. I would do like simple things like 3 and 4, I would say it's 9. Like everything was a mess. Really, I got a horrible grade, but then I got a second chance, so at least it was good. But the most important thing is that I learned that it's more important to sleep well than to spend the night studying. Really, I will never do it again.
Yeah, I know that many students practice this before important exams, and I am like a normal students practice the same. But in my opinion, this only worsens the situation. To the desire to sleep is added stress.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And also, sleep is really, really important for our memory. So, if when we sleep, the things we learned during the day get into the long-term memory, and we can like integrate them. So it's crucial in order to then be able to use this information. And as we said before, it's also very important for your attention and decision making. So you will for sure have a better. You will do a better exam for sure if you have had a good night's sleep. So take it into account.
Exactly.
And how many young people struggle with sleep? And what about us?
I think that many young people actually struggle with the sleep, and in my case it was so also when I was in high school and in university. I would have really a lot of problems and spend hours like just lying on my bed and looking at the ceiling, unable to sleep, even if I changed my routine. And now I sleep quite well, but I think it's a very spread problems between the teenagers.
To be honest, I don't have trouble falling asleep, but there are times when I wake up and I don't feel rested. I don't know why and what to do with it. Really, I don't know. Maybe you can help me.
Maybe that. And I said before, being a hyperactive person, I don't have a very good relationship with sleep. And there were times when I wake up early and moved a lot with sleeping. For example, my friend always say, "Please, Seadet, stop," because always I moved, I am turned. And now I'm really sleeping relatively better. I don't look at the phone whilst I sleep. I don't think about anything, and yes, I slept a little better today.
Perfect. Perfect. And girls, what do you think? Yeah, is sleeping pills good medicine? And have you ever tried them?
Well, I don't think they are a good solution, but I do have used them before because, as I said, I had like big trouble with sleeping, and after trying many of the good habits and also like natural remedies, finally my doctor advised me to start taking some pills, but I did it taking into account its risks, so I took them only for a short time and then only when I was like really having trouble again. So they helped me, and now I don't need them to sleep.
Perfect. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Girls, as for me, I never took sleeping pills, only sedatives. It helped me fall asleep in stressful situation, but I told you before I don't have any trouble with sleep, but I have never taken melatonin, for example.
And obviously, I never use it. In my opinion, is that you can only use in rare case when you really have trouble sleeping, and in or special station. But I keep saying that is not good for health.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, it's important to know that the risk of these pills is that they may create dependence, so you might not be able to fall asleep without them if you are using them for a long time. And of course, they also have side effects. So first of all, the most important thing is to change your habits and create healthier sleeping habits. And of course, even if the pills you want to take don't need a prescription, it's important to ask your doctor first. So yes, that's...
Agree.
Yes, me too. So today we would like to share some information and tips about sleep hygiene that for sure will help all us to sleep better.
Okay, maybe it can helps me, yeah. If you don't sleep well, you can take several steps, both during the day and before you go to bed, to improve your sleep.
The first advice is to keep a consistent sleep schedule. So this is mean that you should try to go to sleep and wake up more or less in the same times every day, even on weekends. But of course you can like sleep a bit more if you can, but more or less the same time. So this way your brain will know which time you should start to sleep and which time you should wake up, and it will be easier to fall asleep.
Yes, and for example, some create relaxing bedtime routine and stick with it. The best time to start your routine is about 30 to 60 minutes before you go to bed. Your routine can include whatever makes you feel most relaxing, and try listen some relaxed music. And while you focus on your breathing, spend time reading book, but try to stay away from electronic reading device.
Next one, turn off electronic device before you go to sleep. Really, it's very important because electronic devices like your phone, for example, emit blue light, which can reduce the melatonin levels in your body. You can choose another, for example, you can read book, not electronic, of course, another book, yeah. You can listen podcast, for example, or some
Journaling,
book,
for
yes,
example, it's also a
yes,
good option.
It's a good option. It's better than you, for example, read some news from your phone. Yeah.
Another example is to exercise regularly during the day, like for example, as little as 30 minutes of aerobic exercise every day can make you sleep better. And of course it's also good for your health, but also be careful about not doing like strong activities very late at night, because it will activate your body and then you will have more problems to sleep. So if you like to exercise at night, it's good, for example, to something relaxing like yoga or stretching.
Definitely not some like cardio exercises. Yoga is good idea.
And also limit your caffeine and check out your usual dinner, because food is also important. And having a big dinner very late will make it harder to have good night's sleep, because it will cause heavy stomach. Alcohol also is bad for good sleep, not just alcohol. For example, cola and tea, coffee.
Yeah. For example, in Spain, we usually have dinner very late at night, and we usually have a big dinner, and really, it's not good for our sleep. And I changed it, and I try at home to have dinner earlier than my parents, and it improved really.
Yeah. Next one, we should make our sleep environment. A cool, dark, quiet room may help you fall asleep and stay asleep more easily. It's also important to make sure that you have a comfortable mattress, pillows, and bed lines.
Also, another important thing is to use your bed only for sleep and sex, because this helps strengthen your brain's association between your bed and sleep. Because if you like to have a breakfast or lunch in the bed, or you usually work on your computer on the bed, or even reading on your bed, like it will not link the bed and the sleep.
Association.
Yeah, that's it. Like your brain has to know that when you are in your bed, it's because you want sleep.
And also, go to bed only when you're tired. If you don't fall asleep with 20 minutes of going to bed, get up. Not being able to fall asleep might cause you to become frustrated, which can keep you can awake even longer.
And you should limit napping, or avoid it if you can, of course. Napping during the day can make it harder to fall asleep later, and may make you more prone to waking up during the night. If you do need to nap, keep it to 30 minutes or less, avoiding napping later in the afternoon.
So I think these are the most important tips that we have mentioned. So My own routine, it's like mostly to read before bed. I usually prepare an infusion without tea and stay on my sofa reading until I feel tired, and then I try to go to sleep. So that's my routine. What about you, girls?
To be honest, I don't have special rules for quality sleep, yes, but I'm very relaxed after a shower and hot tea. Now I try to read the news during the day, not before bed, but before bed I listen to different interviews or podcasts.
Yes, and also I have not special rules for quietly sleep, but I carefully limit caffeine. For example, when I was working, I drank a lot of coffee, and facts caused a big problem with my sleep, and sometimes almost I couldn't sleep. Now actually I drink the simple 2 cups of coffee a day, and special in the afternoon, and I sleep well at night.
So this was the time we had for this podcast. So for summing up, I would like to say that sleep hygiene, remember, is about having a good, healthy sleeping habits, and it's both about things you do during the day and also what you do just before going to sleep.
And if you have a hard time falling or staying asleep, you can try several stages to fall asleep faster and stay sleeping for hours at a time. Most of those involve improving your sleep hygiene.
And sticking to a schedule, having a relaxing bedtime routine, exercising regularly, and keeping your bedroom dark and a comfortable temperature, and watching what you eat and drink can help impact the quality of your sleep.
If you have good sleeping habits but still have problems with your sleep, please follow up with your doctor, and remember that sleep is really important for you. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you very much for your attention. We hope this information was useful and interesting for you. Thank you very much, and don't forget, follow us on social media, YouTube, Instagram. See you.
see you. Thank you.
Thank you.